Hello, all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Light, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo. Before we start, I gotta open it up with. It's Monday. I really should get that video from him. I'm your host, Adam of Veggie Clan the First, and with me this evening is Terry. How you doing, Terry?
I'm a bit tired, but otherwise I'm okay.
Oh shit, you're tired. You're not getting sick, are you?
I am, but also my neighbors are exceedingly loud. And for some reason, they wait until the middle of the night to be loud, so that's always fun.
Loud like arguing and fighting, or loud like they're partying?
Arguing and fighting, and there's lots of like stomping around, and it sounds like they're moving furniture, but I don't know what they're actually doing. There's like thumping sounds as if something heavy is hitting the floor.
What the fuck?
It's just lots of noise.
Dude.
Very difficult to sleep through.
There hasn't been any missing persons around your town recently, has there?
I would never know. I don't go outside.
Oh my god. Let's see, we got Johnny Hellcat in the chat. No, yeah, it's that's pretty that's pretty shitty, man. I hope you get some better rest the coming days.
It would be nice.
Yeah, and hopefully you don't get sick. You know, and nobody wants Terry sick.
I do have a stuffed up nose at the moment and a little bit of a cough, so I think I am coming down with something, but it's nothing major. It's just irritating.
No, I don't know, because I don't know how it goes out by you, but around this time and from winter to spring, a lot of times it's like a weird like sinus type thing that happens, and it's not that it's not you're sick, it's just you can't see and your nose is constantly running, at least for me.
Well, mine's more blocked than runny. It's just I can't really breathe through my nose too well at the moment.
Oof.
So hey, Sora.
Hi, Sora.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
We're talking about boogers.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys allergies or sinus infection or both?
I don't know. I think it's just cold.
I think it's seasonal allergies, is what I've been told.
It's the season changing.
See, you get it. Yeah. All of a sudden it's just like your eyes start watering like crazy, and your nose just starts running and gets stuffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you made it, Sora.
Oh, thank you. I have my dinner with me because it's just off the hob, but it's I got home a little bit earlier than usual from work, so that's good for
cool.
Monday.
Cool.
So since you're eating a meal, you're gonna have to explain it. But you're gonna have to explain it in your best Sanguine impression.
I don't think I can do him justice.
You have to give
it
a shot. Come on. Ain't nobody leaving out here without singing the blues. Oh, okay. No, bad reference.
I am eating an amalgamation of giant pasta shells that have been made al dente. So they were allowed to come. The water had to come to a boil, of course, and then the pastas themselves were cooked for 10 minutes precisely. Okay. And then they are served with a cream sauce filled with chanterelle mushrooms and garnished with pecorino romano cheese.
Wait, Greco-Romano cheese?
Pecorino.
Oh.
Pecorino romano.
Oh. No, it sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. It is quite good.
Oh, yes.
So basically, cream of mushroom.
Oh, yeah, it sounds delicious. How's it taste? No, well, yes. Well, enjoy your company until you finish your food, and no rush, please. I'm pretty sure Terry and I could hold the fort while you enjoy your delicious meal.
Thank you. I seem to be having a little bit of connection issues because it keeps dropping on my end, so I do apologize.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I can hear you cutting in and out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the effects of future Terry. You see, Terry comes from the future, and sometimes magical things happen.
I am one of those people that has no appreciation of food. It's just like I get hungry, so I eat. I don't have the sanguine or the useless cook appreciation of no, this is in detail why this food is awesome. It's it stops me starving to death. It does its job.
Yeah, I'm one of those people where I'd be okay with a cheese sandwich type of thing. But at the other end, I do appreciate a good meal. The only bad thing in my instance is usually I can't finish it all in one go, so it's it's like, man, I don't want to waste the food. I feel bad. I actually saw a post where somebody was talking about it was evolving a relationship type thing, and it was the lady was like, oh, he dumped me because he said I was getting too fat, so I ate a whole pizza by myself and dumped him or some shit.
That'll fix it.
Yeah, that, to own him or something like that. And I just remember reading a comment where somebody was like, how does somebody eat a whole pizza? And there was a whole bunch of people like, what? You can't do that? What? I'm sitting there like, yeah, how do you eat a whole pizza?
It depends how big the pizza is, surely.
I don't know.
I've seen very small pizzas that are intended to be like a meal.
Yeah, like the old Sicilian pizzas shit, where they're...
Yeah, but if you're going to, Pizza Hut or Domino's and saying, "Give me a family pizza,"
Good
and
God.
then eating that all by yourself, that is disgusting.
Well, I was more
That's
disgusted.
usually
Oh.
like 8 people.
You want to try that again?
Oh, I said that usually feeds 8 people, like to
Yeah.
Terry's size.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
If you
yeah.
can eat all that on your own, there is something very wrong.
I mean, to be fair, I
Uh-oh.
have been in the position where I've purchased one pizza that lasted me 3 days, and I ate it all.
Different.
Oh
But
yeah.
it took 3 days worth
Yeah,
of meals
I'm talking in a single meal.
because it was cheap. Like if you parcel it out, okay, you have 1 maybe 2 slices tops
Yeah.
per meal, or like for dinner.
Yeah.
That covers you 3 days. It ends up being fairly inexpensive if you want pizza, right?
I do
But then
that.
by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
3rd day, I'm so sick of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But I think
yeah.
this person ate the entire pizza in one sitting. Is the point?
Yeah.
No. It's the I can see it being done, I'm sure, but how are you not throwing up? Your stomach is only so big. Mind
No,
you, there's some
I think
bigger
they've
people.
got quite large
but-
stomachs. That's the problem.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because again, I love you, Sanguine, but I'm pretty sure Sanguine could polish off a pizza by himself.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure Hammer would be like, that'd be nothing. Like I'm pretty sure there's bigger guys out there, and not bigger like whoa, but like they're giant of men. I'm pretty sure they would have no problem doing it. But I don't know, that'd be a struggle. I mean,
Yeah,
personally,
I can
that's a
do it.
struggle. I can't do that. Although there is some odd, wonderful feeling after having a nice bit of. I just found this sushi place by me that I tried for the first time this weekend, and I'm surprised that they actually had a lot of people in it. The other place that I went to didn't really have a lot of customers, but this place, jot down your name, just come in next time and say, hey, it's Adam, give me the usual. I'm like, all right, that's cool. And so I got some eel and salmon sushi, and even after that I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, dude, how does somebody eat this and still like, yeah, I'm still hungry. I was fucking stuffed. And it was just a lunch special. And I still had pieces left over for later. But man, that feeling afterwards, you're just like, yes, this is a good feeling. But yeah, wow, that kind of veered off stream. Sora's eaten, and Terry is may or may not be living next to what was that movie? The Burbs.
Serial
You
killer
ever
or
see The
something?
Burbs?
As a kid, I don't remember much about it.
Oh man, is Tom
I
Hanks?
think Tom Hanks was in it.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. I think Corey Feldman was in it too.
Okay.
I can't remember who the bumbling sidekick was. And then fucking Carrie Fisher. And they swear that there's this I can't remember if it was a new neighbor or it was a neighbor that they just started paying attention to. But all of a sudden they're like, dude, you ever notice that they're out there burying shit in the middle of the yard at night? I think you're in that situation, sir. I think you're
Well, as long as they don't bother me.
fucking...
As long as they keep it down in the middle of the night. This is like, if you're gonna murder people, do it quietly so I can get some sleep.
Dude, that's gonna be your TV interview, as they just have the microphone over your window, with curtains just kind of blow out every time you talk, and you're like, well, they always kept to themselves, and they never really bothered me, so I didn't really see a problem. They were so quiet too.
If only.
You weren't concerned with the screaming and the digging. Well, everybody has their problems.
Everyone needs a
sometimes.
hobby.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So did anyone see the new trailer for Black Panther?
Oh God, no.
No.
I don't watch trailers to begin with, but
Is that
especially
Wakanda Forever?
Wakanda is that the official title? I just thought it was Black Panther 2.
I have no idea.
I just saw it and I'm still just
I
baffled at the whole thing.
I think they should build up to Wakanda Forever. It should be like Wakanda for a bit, Wakanda for a while, Wakanda for a long while, and then eventually you can do Wakanda Forever. You don't want to go forever right from the beginning.
Well, did the
I've got
first
time for
one
that.
even have a title like type thing? I thought it was just Black Panther.
I have no idea. I didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
I don't know.
it was just Black Panther.
Yeah, I didn't mind the first one. I was more interested to see how they would work the story, especially without the main character, God rest his soul, being in it.
Mr. Panther.
And yeah, the trailer is just a mishmash of and
So did they are they killing him off?
yeah, I think
How
they open with a funeral.
They're gonna have a Black Panther movie with that Black Panther in it.
yeah.
No, one jumps out of the shadows at the end of the trailer. I think it's gonna be. I think it was his sister, his little sister.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a woman.
The yeah.
Which is weird because she's like the cue to his bond, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, now she's Q-Bond.
Yeah.
But they
yeah, no,
showed-
it is called Wakanda Forever.
Oh,
that sounds so
no.
lame.
Wakanda
Black
I- I-
Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I've only seen one Marvel movie and I didn't like it, so I'd never watched any of the others.
After I saw the trailer, it's like I want to see it just to have seen it, but I sure as shit will not pay for it. It's the same thing with Doctor Strange.
For the first one, I also did not pay to see it. I enjoyed it though. I thought it ended up being fun, but not to the. I understand the hype it got and why there was so much hype around it, but if you take the race out of the question, right? It's an okay movie.
What's the number to report a crime in Canada? I just want to report some
911.
illegal viewings.
It wasn't in Canada that I was making the crime.
Okay.
Whoa, what? Hold on. Is this a whole nother? How come, dude? Okay.
Oh,
Sus Luna.
Riri Williams is in this.
You are living up to your name, indeed.
Are fucking kidding me? So Riri Williams.
Yeah,
so
she's
are they?
Ironheart.
They're introducing. Stupid
They show her.
theft girl. The girl who steals his tech, and everyone is applauding her. Oh, you're so brave and smart, and really, what she is a stereotype of her race.
They showed her in the trailer.
Oh my god.
She has her suit on. And it's
I'm not impressed.
Funny enough, it looks like the first villain, or the villain in the first movie. And Terry and Luna, or Sora, you're gonna have to explain to me what you guys were just talking about after the show. Thank you very much. Jeez, Sora.
Okay.
It's like once you think you know somebody, again and again. But yeah, no, I like I said, I want to see it just because I want to see how they managed to do it. But even though I really am sick of the tropes, and I'm kind of getting tired of seeing the bodyguards having a higher impact than what they should. I mean, they were just supposed to be bodyguards. But the main thing I wanna see is this cacophony of a character named Namor. How in the hell do you take an underwater civilization and then change it up to be people who worship the sun? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. When I see these people swimming, I'm like, why are they swimming? Like, they
Wait,
it doesn't
so
look
it's
right.
Aquaman?
No, it's Namor also rolls under Atlantis in the Marvel thing, right? In the Marvel universe, he rolls over a city named Atlantis, and they have their whole own backstory and shit. That would have involved the Inhumans, if I remember correctly. But they changed it up to be just a mishmash of Mesoamerican civilizations. So there's like Mayan art with Nahuatl names, and it's just really weird. It's just really weird. I understand why they're doing it. Obviously, it's current year, you know. But
Current year is the worst year.
I know, it's so weird.
I agree.
It
It never ends either.
I know, because they call him Kukulkan, the winged serpent, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's
I remember
that's
when
Mayan culture.
things were made to be entertaining and not to be preachy.
Yeah, like, what are you
Those were
talking
nice
about?
days.
Oh man, but yeah, no, I their explanation for it was they didn't want to tie it into Aquaman, but come on, it was just some more brownie points for whatever goofy mission they're doing, and it just
That
doesn't make sense.
Aquamixin, so it's non-binary. Put an X in there instead of an A.
Yeah. Ugh. But yeah, no, that trailer came out. I saw that and had a nice chuckle. Ugh.
Maybe it's good, but I'll wait till it's for free on streaming.
I'm not even gonna watch it then. I'll be honest with you.
Or if it's on the plane, because sometimes like it might be the best solution to boring films. So
If I'm on a plane and that's the only movie showing, then fine, I'll watch it. But that's kind of gun to my head situation. That's not
Wouldn't
by
that
choice.
kind of be like torture?
What's
No.
I mean, yeah, you can watch away, but you will watch this movie.
I've seen one Marvel movie. I didn't like it. I'm not going to see any more. I don't need to.
Which one?
First Iron Man.
Damn, you started with the first. Well, I don't know, because some people will be like, "Oh, the Hulk came out first, and that was part."
Well, what happened was I was in like a movie watching group with like Jack Gunsky, the One Ton Hammer, Tartanist. I think Sora was part of it, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Sorry, mouthful.
And one of the movies that Hammer chose for us to watch was the first Iron Man, so that's why I watched it. And I was not a fan. It just, I kept waiting. It's like, okay, this is going to get good any minute now, and then it just didn't.
Damn. Well, okay. So, what's an example of a good superhero movie that you would like, that you liked watching?
I don't think I could name any.
What about Panther Man or whatever that movie was?
Panther Man.
Oh, Puma Man.
Puma Man. He's an awesome superhero.
Wait, what is Puma
Yes,
Man?
but that's more of a joke character than an actual superhero.
Oh.
It's an Italian.
Yeah, so basically, Mystery Science Theater did an episode on a movie called Puma Man, and yeah, it's utterly ridiculous. It's a terrible movie.
But he's a superhero.
He is.
Okay, well, one would argue that Bible Man is also a superhero, so come on.
Yeah, Bible Man.
No, I think I
Meanie.
suppose it counts. Like before it became like the MCU, there was like the Fantastic Four movies and like X-Men movies that were like before it became like one cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Some of those were watchable. I mean, none of them were like, oh my god, this is amazing. But there were a few that were like, yeah, this is all right.
I'd agree.
Yeah. Oh man.
To me, I don't think superhero movies are meant to be good. They're just meant to be like time killers. You just sort of turn your brain off and watch some people beat up other people
Well,
in funny
hold
costumes.
on. Okay, because then the question then morphs into what would you define as good? Because I would say something like Independence Day, and I think we've talked about it before. I wouldn't say it's a great movie,
Right.
but I would say it's a good movie in a sense that it is something that you can just pop on and turn your brain off and just
Well-
watch it, or have it in the background or whatever. But it's something that's enjoyable in the very least.
Well, I would say superhero movies and movies like Independence Day are good for what they try to do. It's just that that's not what I'm interested in. If that's what you're looking for, they are good at fulfilling that purpose. It's just that I want to get invested in a story. I don't want to watch things explode and people punch each other. So they just don't meet my particular needs. But I mean, I understand the appeal of them. It's just, yeah,
Well,
unless I've got a controller in my hand, I want the story to be the main thing I'm engaging with, not the special effects.
all right. So you're talking, I guess, in a case like in terms of current day superhero movies, a lot of them are like that. It's a little bit of story bits, and then you got to get an action scene, even if it's just a couple of people fumbling around the set,
Hmm.
and then it's, oh my god, oh, we got to go find this other spot to go hang out in. Yeah, I get that. What did you think about the old Batman movies, the Tim Burton ones?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I did like Batman and Batman Returns.
I don't know. They were kind of storyish, right?
Yeah. No, they those ones I did enjoy. There was enough there for me to get invested in.
Watching
But it might also just be nostalgia because I was a lot younger when I watched them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I think watching the first Batman, I have a really different view on the Joker as an adult watching it. Which kind of makes it a little bit more cooler in my view. So I gotta say that. But hey, that's a nice lead into something I wanted to talk about next. I stumbled upon shit. I should have had it pulled up. Should have been prepared. There's this Channel Awesome, I think it's called, the one with Doug.
Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic guy.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing, at least as far as I've seen, they've been doing rewrites of certain movies. And they recently did one where what if Tim Burton did Batman Forever, or a third Batman like he was supposed to. And it was pretty good. And they just put out one for what if he did Batman and Robin. And holy shit, that's what I think.
Did Doug Walker lose his shit over the Bat credit card again?
I think there was a bit in there about that, and when I saw it, I was like, "Oh yes, Channel Awesome." And they
Because
used
that is the one thing I remember from Doug is every chance he got, he'd go, "A bad credit card," and then he'd carry on like an idiot for a bit.
um, it, to be honest, it was a goofball thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what they did with Batman Forever was awesome because for the Riddler, they used Robin Williams, and holy shit, I would have watched the fuck out of that because they really made him out to be that he's the Riddler. And then with this one, they have what's his name, Patrick Stewart being Dr. Freeze.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it's like,
that's interesting.
yeah, and it's oh my god.
That. More in line with the animated series.
Yes, yeah, it really does look like they were taking that kind of cue with it, as opposed to everybody freeze.
The Telltale video game based on Batman was actually really interesting because it's the first time I've seen the Riddler as like a legitimate threat. Like normally he's just like a goofball that's like leaving ridiculous clues, and he's like
He's a
Jim Carrey.
nuisance.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But in the first episode of the Telltale Batman game, he's like fucked up. He's murdering people like left and right. He's like legitimately menacing, and it's like the first time I've ever seen him like that.
You mean he's not wearing a hazmat suit?
He's recognizable as the Riddler. Like you can look at him and tell from his outfit that he's the Riddler, but he's less comical. He's more sinister and malicious than he's usually portrayed.
And
That's interesting, actually. That would be that's a good change, actually.
Because like he still does the riddles. Like he traps Batman and I forget who, someone else, but there's two of them, and they're trapped in like a death chamber, and they have to solve riddles to survive. So he still has that aspect to him. It's just a lot more serious than say the Adam West or the Joel Schumacher portrayals, where he's just a clown.
well, the movie depiction of him was just Jim Carrey in a fucking green leotard. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
yeah, no, I couldn't. I did not like that at all. But you're right. He should have been a little bit more where it's sinister, where the riddles actually meant something. And in a way, they kind of did with how they worked Robin Williams, but the way they worded it and worked it, it really did. It reminded me of like they drew inspiration from his work on Photo Booth. Did you guys ever see Photo Booth? Robin Williams.
I did. He's actually really good at playing serious roles. No one would have expected that from him.
Yeah, and so when they were going over it, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I could totally fucking see Robin Williams be this, and that is a scary thing. Again, it's fucking Michael Keaton, Batman. Like, yes.
I that's interesting. I actually would be excited to see that.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I'd watch this channel or something that you're talking about.
I don't know how often they do it. I don't know if they have like a series dedicated to it. Obviously, it's me. I see shit and I just relay it. I don't go and dive into it and bookmark it and write it down and all this shit. But it is Channel Awesome, and it is a recent thing. I think it came out like 8 days ago.
Cool.
And it was only part 1. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, there's 2 more parts. I really want to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You just reminded me. Have you seen the Street Fighter movie that was made in Hong Kong? Future Cops.
What? Is that the one with Jackie Chan?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is sort of an off-brand. Like they're not allowed to use the Street Fighter license. So instead of Ken, they have Kent. And instead of Bison, it's just the General. And like
I like that.
they can't. They have to like talk around the Street Fighter characters, but it's clearly based on Street Fighter. It is so bizarre. It is insane. Like the plot is that they come back from the future to like make sure this one kid becomes a judge, and like Bison wants to kill the kid because he's the judge that finds him guilty in the future, and so they both go back in time. One is trying to protect him, the other's trying to kill him, and that's the plot. They're fighting over this one kid going to grow up to be a judge and put Bison in prison.
What the fuck?
I told you, it's weird, but it's absolutely hilarious. It is so fucking bizarre. I cannot help but laugh the entire way through.
How do you find yourself a copy of this?
It is on YouTube. I can send you a link.
Ah, yes.
I've got it on my Twitter. I'll just find that and I'll put it in chat.
Yes, please do so.
I love the start of it.
Oh yeah, no, it is insane. The guy who's supposed to be Guile, they call him Broomhead.
Oh god.
Here it is. I found it. Future Cops. It's opens. There you go. Future Cops is in the chat. And there's like a love story attached to it too, where I think it's Vega. I forget, one of the characters is hacking onto Chun-Li. And the reason is, in the future, no one is allowed to have sex. And the reason for that is because of the AIDS epidemic. And so they have said no one is allowed to have sex. No one is allowed to have sex until everyone with AIDS dies.
Wow.
When was this movie? When did this movie come out?
1993.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
I know. It's fucking best bad movie I've ever seen. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, excuse me. Wasn't that the reason in Demolition Man that they couldn't have physical intercourse anymore, and they had to use the Virtual Boy headset?
I haven't seen that one, but
you haven't seen Demolition Man?
I can't remember.
Oh, you've seen this movie, but you haven't seen
Well, if Triple KO mentions Demolition Man on their podcast, I'll go seek it out.
Well, we'll have to figure out a way to have a
if
movie night or something.
If you can find a way for me to watch it, I'll watch it. But I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. So, before I
think everyone's watching the movie now. I shouldn't have posted it in chat.
I have it queued up. I have it saved in a new tab.
Any news you guys want to bring up? I got stuff on queue to chat about. But before I jarble on, did you guys have anything you want to know?
No. Not oh, actually, yes, this is funny.
Uh-oh.
So I was trying to think, because all the news lately here has been rather sad and depressing, but I remember something funny. Okay, so I think it's the Queen of Denmark is stripping the royal titles of her youngest from the Spare, right, and his family. So basically, they're no longer going to have like the prince designation. or princess or whatever.
Oh shit.
And this has caused a rift and what I mean, they're still in line for the throne, so if any tragedy happens and the future king and his family, of which he has 4 kids, if all of them and then any issue they have perish, the other side will be in line for the throne, okay? But anyway, so what's funny about it is one of the grandsons on her younger sons that got stripped of his title, he's like, I don't understand. My identity's gone. What will it say on my passport? Why would you do this to me, grandmama? You know? and I remember reading this last week, and I was just like, Kit, you know when someone's in a different kind of stratosphere. But I don't understand. But yeah. How would you react if suddenly your title is being taken away? It's like,
You said this was in
Oh,
Denmark?
that's why I never got a title to begin with. Nothing to lose.
Yeah. Oh.
I saw someone on Twitter pointing out that with Sweden and Denmark, if you take the first half of each word, it's Sweden. If you take the second half of each word, it's Denmark.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did they trigger a lot of people?
I didn't read the comments. I just saw the actual tweet. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool.
And yes, Mr. Adam, the Danish queen did this. Well, she's streamlining it, right? Like a lot of the modern royals are doing this to reduce the amount of money wasted, right? Or spent on them. So they're being economical.
Yeah. And
And now you're watching grown-ass men and their children throwing tantrums. It's great.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
Grown-ass men and their grown-ass men children.
Well, yeah, because actually her 2 grandsons, that the one of which was the one who complained about his passport, he's like 23 years old, so he's a little bit old to be saying, but my identity.
But grandmama.
Like, you were never in line to the throne to begin with. The moment your uncle had his first child, which ended up being a boy, coincidentally, regardless of the fact he's a couple years old younger than you're out of the running. The moment he had the second kid, the moment he had the third and fourth kid, you are so far down the roll, because the moment your cousin has his first child, you're even further down. That's the way the line of succession of royalty works, right?
Yeah.
You're only you will never be, if you are the son, if you're children of a second or more sibling of,
Yeah.
you're never going to be anywhere near the crowd unless tragedy happens.
Did you see when the Queen died, Dankula pretended he was like some lord?
Yes.
And he put his like 37th in line for the throne. He goes,
that was quite good. I had a moment. I didn't know who it was that I was like, I don't remember following this person, Like, it took me a second to read, like, I had to click through it. And, oh my God, it's him. It was good.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, he's good spirits.
Yeah.
Hey, Addie.
That was a fine, uplifting moment. Now let's go right back to the terror. Bum, bum, bum,
all right,
bum,
do it.
So, recently, North Korea just fired a missile right over Japan. Did you get an alert? Tim?
Shit.
No. It's maybe that'll solve the anime problem once and for all.
It actually happened about an hour ago. Well, before the show started, and U.S. citizens were warned about it. But apparently, there's 2 bits of the story. It either went and fell into the ocean, like they do, or it kept going and they lost track of it. So, yeah.
For all the jokes, I actually don't have a problem with anime. I won't watch it, but I will play video games that have that art style. I don't watch TV, like TV shows. Whether they're cartoons or live action. I've got video games to play. I'm not going to sit there watching TV.
Wait, you talking about the news? Oh no. Well, I mean,
No, I mean just in general. Like, I'm not going to watch the news on TV or TV shows. And just...
I would only imagine that because Japan was sending it as an emergency broadcast type of thing. So you like when I think Hawaii got it one in like
I think they realized that there's not much I can do to help, so they didn't bother telling me.
But yeah, no, yeah, that happened. Shit. Okay, let's see what else we got. So the Nintendo Studios has been going off on Twitter, and because I guess they posted something about it, but apparently on October 6th, wow, Adam, 6th, they're gonna be releasing some sort of teaser trailer for the Mario movie.
Oh.
And we're gonna get our first glimpse of what was his name? Was it
Chris?
Is it Chris Pratt?
Pratt, yes, Pratt.
For Mario? Yeah, right?
Isn't Bob Hoskins already dead though?
Huh?
He is, yes, unfortunately.
Then they can't do another Mario movie.
Wait, I didn't hear what you first said.
Bob Hoskins, he played Mario in the first movie.
Yeah, he was a good Mario.
With John Louis, I can never say his last name, Louis Guizamo? Yeah. As Luigi.
And you know what's worse? Captain Lou Albano, who played Mario in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, also dead. So both Marios are gone. There's no one left to play him.
So does that mean Chris Pratt is gonna fall to the Mario curse?
I hope not.
Cute. I know nothing about him, but probably.
Oh.
He will die at some point. I think that is.
Oh well, yes,
say.
Of course,
well,
but we don't want it anytime soon. At least I don't want it anytime soon.
I don't know who Chris Pratt is other than an actor.
He's
I don't know what
Star-Lord.
he's been in. I don't know what he's done.
He's Star-Lord in the. Oh, you haven't seen a Marvel movie. He was the guy in Jurassic Park. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah. What was he in Jurassic Park?
The newer ones, the new trilogy that just came out.
Oh no, I haven't seen those. I saw the first one back in the 90s.
Okay, so have you seen the remake to Magnificent Seven, which is a good fucking movie, by the way?
I'll go to his IMDb and I'll see if there's anything on here that I recognize.
Well, either way, I'm looking at it like, wow, the how funny the fates are. The day after my birthday, I get a nice present of seeing Mario voiced by Chris Pratt. Ugh. Oh, it's gonna be a horrible thing.
Okay, I don't think I've seen anything he's been in. I'm scrolling, I'm not seeing anything recognizable.
Exactly. They should have just gotten.
Oh, he was in Strangers with Candy. Okay, so I don't remember him, but apparently he was in Strangers with Candy.
Wow, that's going far back.
He must have been like a guest character because he's not showing up in the main cast.
Was that before Parks and Recreations?
Oh, long before.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Who knows how well this movie will do? People don't like him because he's.
Yeah, I still don't know who he is, but I know he was in Strangers with Candy. That makes him pretty cool in my books. That was a good show.
That's all it takes, huh?
Hey, Strangers with Candy was an awesome show. I even give Stephen Colbert some credit for being in that show, and I can't stand the man, but he was in Strangers with Candy, so he gets a pass.
I have to look this up. Strangers with Candy.
It was an odd show.
I should look up. I don't remember what year it was that it came out, but yeah, I used to watch it all the time on the Comedy Channel.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this, but I recognize it. I recognize like the costumes, the character, and stuff like that.
The main character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Comedy Central. They must have had it reruns.
In 2005, that show came out, so a while ago. No, that was fun. That was definitely a good show. I don't know what happened to like Amy Sedaris after it. Like I don't think I ever saw her in anything else, but it definitely was checking out.
She does a lot of voice work. Oh, she's
that'd be
Pelly. She's Pelly in The Mandalorian. She owns a garage. She's hilarious. I thought she looked familiar. Yeah, she's on The Mandalorian. I love her character.
Cool.
She's so fun. Okay, yeah. So that's what. At least that's the most recent thing I know her from.
Well, I'm glad that she's finding work because she was great in that show.
She had an At Home with Amy Sedaris series. So it looks like it was just 30 episodes over a few years. So I'm guessing it's like a special thing.
Okay.
No, it looks like she's had a fairly decent, at least voice work resume with
I'm glad
here and there on TV role. Yeah, by the looks of it, she's one of those. I actually have great respect for actors who are working actors, like that they just have a continuous resume of parts.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like they they enjoy their craft and they can find jobs and they're career people.
Yeah, it is good to hear actual actors, enjoying their craft and doing it respectively,
I just like any actor who's not picking fights with fans on Twitter. That will make you a lot more popular in my books.
Oh, I agree with you. It's kind of amazing that that's become the norm in the last couple of years.
Well, okay, so, I have a bit here for, bros, and why haven't you seen it yet, you homophobes? And then I have another one about this Tartana lady, the actress from She-Hulk, was defending. I guess she posted an image or something like that.
Oh, Jamila Jamil.
I have
I hate
no idea. I
only know that name because Monkey was talking to her.
Yeah.
About her getting mad at someone for no reason.
And it goes into is she genuinely she's really happy that she's part of this production and she's just defending it, or is she someone who really has no idea who the character is, no idea of anything, and is just defending her position and trying to build up her?
I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to say she's been paid by Marvel to cause drama so that all criticism towards the show can be dismissed as haters online.
Oh, and maybe they'll work some of the wording and tweets into the show and be like, see what they're saying about you? They're saying this. Like they tried to do the meme thing. Granted, again, let me remind everybody, I have not seen the show.
I legitimately think that Marvel has told her, go find some innocuous comment, cause trouble, get mad at them for nothing, and then that way, when people understandably retaliate, we can say, oh, well, that's just haters online. The show is actually awesome. Those assholes are just haters. And don't listen to them.
Well, what's crazy is I was reading some of the comments, and they were saying like how she's supposed to be the main villain, and then somebody else was saying, well, no, it's somebody else, and you'd know who it is if you were paying attention. And again, I have not seen it. I have not watched the show. I've only been watching the reviews. So far, I've only seen people trying to take her DNA and Tartania. And I thought, the other super strong female person would have been the villain, but it's some other person that they really haven't talked about. They just kind of hinted at, and I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, everything else.
I've never read a She-Hulk comic or watched an episode of the show, so I got nothing.
I've seen some of the She-Hulk comics, and the character was all right. Like she wasn't as they're portraying her as this.
Well, I've seen a lot of people say that they liked her because she was made to be more of the comedic take on the Hulk problem.
Yeah.
She was someone who enjoyed her powers. She was like a sex bomb in some of the. If you look at some of the older way she was drawn, she's drawn like a sexy green giant. She looks great. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she was a lawyer in the comic books or anything, but
yeah, she was.
That would have been fun to watch, like a campy kind of 90s inspired made for TV comic book series, that would have been such a fun way to take it, but that's never going to happen. Not when you can be political, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, sadly.
It's
at least not in the West, or not in the West, I should say, not in America, because maybe if it's I don't know. There's a Spanish. It was on Netflix, a Spanish superhero series called like I'm the Hero or something like that, to that effect. That was that kind of comedic, campy thing where some alien tech falls into the hands of this bumbling idiot, and he every time he swallows one of these capsules that came in with the alien tech, he becomes a superhero. Like he can fly and has powers and whatever, and only if he takes the capsules, right? And so he decides to become a vigilante, and chaos ensues, right? That's fun. It was ridiculous the hijinks people got through, and then he has a neurotic roommate that finds out about it, and everybody tries eats one of the pellets, and they all get the same powers, and they all are like trying to be superheroes and outdo each other. It's a cute show.
I can imagine there's a lot of drama when the pill runs out at the exact.
Oh yeah, like you fall down, and then all that sort of. But of course, nobody really gets.
Of course, yeah.
Killed or dead or whatever,
Adam West. It's Adam West Batman's. Sort of
exactly
thing,
with modern graphics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's
modernized. But it does sound good.
It's fun. It's just fun, but again, that's made out of Spain, so you have to you watch with subtitles if you don't know Spanish, but that's why I'm saying I don't think we can make it here. Maybe a different country has the freedom to do that kind of level.
No, well, I personally think that if a group, I don't know what, I'm not using this. I'm using it purely as an example. As a filler spot. It's not what I'm saying, we should use. But if a group like Channel Awesome went and decided to do their own web series, I'm pretty sure at this point they could be able to pull it off and make something not on par with, it'll look like CW goofed up to the 10th degree, right? Wouldn't look the same as high production stuff, but if they had the right writers, and especially if whoever the hell they have writing these remakes of the Batman stuff so far, like I said, I've only seen the remake of Batman Forever and this first part of Batman and Robin, and whoever they have writing this shit, or whatever team, is fucking good. They have the cues. They know how the characters are acting. It's really good. If they were to put on a production, I could see them garnering some. It'd be a slow start, but it'd be a start. Especially now, where people are craving such medium or such entertainment. Obviously, you're not getting it out of the big budget Hollywood films. And hey, that kind of leads into the other thing I want to talk about. I guess we can dovetail it to But I guess PlayStation is going or Sony's going the route of remaking Horizon New Dawn, I think. Dawn New Horizon or something like that. And people are upset that they're remaking shit. So it kind of goes along lines of we're seeing not a lot of new content. We're seeing a lot of remakes, and we're seeing a lot of quote unquote reimaginings. And I don't know. I've been sounding this trumpet for a while, but this is the time for us to this is our time to act. If you got a talent, you push it out there. If you got an idea, and gather the good people around you and get it going. Now's the time that people would want to see this type of content, and I think they'd support it. But I mean, that's just me.
Mm-hmm. It's an idea.
Yeah.
That's kind of I look forward to the day that we get, they sufficiently lose money.
It's not going to happen for a while.
Yeah, I don't expect it to. But maybe.
I remember I was watching a V video, and he was saying they actually get more money from investors for being woke than they do from audiences by being good. So that's why they don't give a fuck what the audience thinks, and they have no problem antagonizing the audience because that's not where the money is from anyway. They're trying to appeal to people like BlackRock and Vanguard who give them just boatloads of money to push a certain message.
Well, that was the thing too, because what that She-Hulk lady was saying was, because that was I guess the bigger thing that they were propping up was, she made mention that she was already paid, so
yeah,
she doesn't care if people like it or hate it. She was already paid, and again, that's we learned that lesson with fucking Kevin Smith when he went to go and talk to the Netflix execs, and he's like, hey, we're getting a lot of backflack on the He-Man stuff. It doesn't matter. They've already paid their subscriptions.
Mm-hmm. Which is a terrible attitude to take, because sure, they paid this month, but if you piss them off, they won't pay next month.
And even if they did the year-long thing, right? Okay,
yeah,
fine, whatever.
They won't renew it.
It's $120 or whatever it is for the year that I've used up. I can justify by parceling out month by month, but you know what? I'll finish watching whatever since I paid for it, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I canceled my Netflix because I wasn't using it.
I had Disney Plus, and I got it because of The Mandalorian. So basically, when season 2 came out in full, I purchased it. I decided to go for the year because at the time I was like, oh, okay, let's just do that. It has so many stuff. I'm going to be watching it, all the time. Once I finished watching The Mandalorian, I think I watched maybe a few episodes of Phineas and Ferb, which I've already seen all of. But, I was like, oh, nostalgic, how cute. And that's it. And I realized, wow, months, it was getting close to the renewal time. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to renew it. Not even because of all the politics, but literally I forget I have the subscription.
Yeah. No, they want you to forget, so it auto-renews.
Well, yeah. Oh, and thankfully what got me to cancel it was that, at least in Canada, they upped the price by like 20-something, $25 plus tax. I mean, it's maybe not ridiculous for a whole year, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to give you any more money that I have to.
For me, I got Netflix. I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
I watched The Good Place, and I watched the first 4 seasons of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Then I realized there was literally nothing else I wanted to watch on Netflix, so I cancelled it.
Yeah.
I had it for like 2 months, and then I just got rid of it. And one of those months was the free trial.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I want to The only reason I kind of want to get Netflix back is I want to see some more of the Cobra Kai series. I think I stopped after the second season. And apparently there's a whole nother dojo and all this other crap is going on, and yeah, I really want to see it. And as much as I'm one of those people who, you know, we don't want to have yo ho hoing going around, I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it.
Minions of the Zoo does not endorse software or video piracy.
There you go. You wouldn't steal a grandma, would you?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, whoa.
I miss mine. She's overseas.
Yeah. Where's my...
I keep forgetting it eats my messages. I'll have to type it again.
There we go.
Are you serious? It ate it again?
No, I figured out what it is. If I do the @ symbol, like I @ someone, and I end with a smiley, it only shows the smiley.
That's so
I've got to
weird.
remember to put a full stop at the end after the smiley, or just not use one.
Amazing. That is unfortunate.
I think I don't know if it happened to you, but I noticed that you only sent like the D face. It sounds worse than it is. The big smiley face. That's colon D. That was your only message. I don't know if you actually had that happen to you or not, or if that's all you actually intended to send.
Oh, up further up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sent the big smiley face to Johnny because he said hello. And
Okay.
So yeah, I only sent that the big smiley face.
I wasn't sure if you'd done something like @Johnny hi smiley face, and then
now that you broke the code, I want to see if they hate me.
Oh,
too.
no.
Let's see. Oh.
Okay, yeah, it worked for you.
And now everybody finds out that Terry's the special one in the timeout box.
Yeah, for some reason it hates me. I don't know.
It can't be about all those opinions you have, no.
I don't know. It seems more like a technical glitch, because if they were censoring me, then they wouldn't let me type at all. They wouldn't just
I think it's a glitch.
have
Yeah.
specific requirements to be censored.
But why would they censor you?
I don't know. They censor everyone.
Well, yeah, that is true.
In this particular instance, I'm pretty sure all they're doing is glitching out. They're not doing anything to target me.
No, I don't think so. I remember having issues once in Monkey's chat. Like, I couldn't, for the life of me, submit like a super chat. It just wouldn't let me. Nothing I would do would allow it to pass the censor. So I gave up. It was just a day, because like later it could have been longer, but you know, the next time I caught it live and tried to super chat, it was okay. And this was a while back, but like I would just try everything, like, you know, rewrite it into something completely else, send just hello instead of anything else, and no, it didn't want me to speak.
Well, I mean, YouTube was giving me some trouble earlier, so.
I've tweeted that YouTube owes Scribe $2 because I was trying to super chat and it wouldn't let me. And that was years ago. I assume it's fixed.
I doubt he ever got his $2 though.
Oh, of course not.
Or
Hey,
I'm sorry,
how come nobody's been sending us
30%
super chat?
off of $2.
Yeah. $1.40.
That's just unbelievable. You know, but that's a nice segue into reaching into our sponsor. Because we don't rely on super chats, we rely on our sponsors like My Pillow. And I have a special recording from Mike Lindell right here. Hello, guys. If you enjoy this show, I want you to understand that the most comfortable thing you can rest your head on is a My Pillow that you can order from MyPillow.com. Go ahead and put that promo code MINIONS, and you can get yourself a 30% discount on my $400 pillow. Oh, that was a horrible.
Well done.
Impression.
Just to Jack's Law in chat, sometimes they don't like what you have to say and you get muted. Yeah, that's happened to me so many times.
Oh.
I don't know if it still works, but you used to be able to just mouse over your comment and see if the 3 dots on the right appear. If they don't appear, then it means you got censored.
Yeah.
If you type something that they consider a no-no, yeah, sometimes it just won't get sent to anybody.
Well, I think that falls into personal discretion. You know, you got to be able to cater your interaction accordingly. I mean, I would think.
I used to get around it by splitting it up into multiple messages. So if, let's say the word banana was the offensive word, I'd end the sentence with BAN, and then on my next chat I'd go ANA, and then that would let me say, the forbidden banana.
But why would they do that against banana?
Oh, I mean, I was using banana as an example because the words that you actually got censored for, I'm not sure you want me saying on the Minions channel. So I was using a safe example to make the point.
Well, I mean, you can say it on the Minions. I'm probably at some level supposed to say not to. But I'm subbing for a quiz, so if his...
Let's just say it rhymes with bigger and
Whoa, okay,
ragged.
Yeah, don't say that. We don't want to go that far. We're having fun. We don't want to go nuclear.
But that's my point. Like, this isn't Frosted's channel. This isn't Quippers United. I don't want this particular channel getting nuked, so I will avoid such words.
No spicy talk here.
No. Not on the Minions. Not where multiple people will be inconvenienced by my actions.
Yeah, and that would pretty
Jack,
much
right?
suck. Yeah.
I mean, Jack has said he doesn't care. Frosted has said he doesn't care. If their channels get taken down, it's not a concern to them. Whereas I think a lot of people would care if the Minions got taken down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They are a welcome break to my porn addiction, so...
No, but if Gunsky got his channel nuked for whatever reason, and we've given them plenty, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been there.
If that happened, he'd just go over to Odyssey or Rumble or some other video platform. He wouldn't give a fuck because he's just doing it for fun. He's not trying to build anything. He's just this is me hanging out with my friends playing Jackbox.
Well, we'd also be very out of pocketbook with all the Minions of the Zoo T-shirts that we have stocked up, and they're ready for sale. So keep your hands on the phone dials there. This is kind of a weird bit, but what would you two think about setting up a little spooky Halloween edition where we talk about spooky stuff?
Ooh, yeah, I love spooky things.
It is that
Depends
time
what
of
you've
year.
got
I watched
planned.
2 horror movies last night.
Whoa.
I watched a whole bunch of really bad shorts on MST, well, riff tracks technically. So
Okay,
those
hold
were
on.
horrifying.
If you're watching MST takes on movies, does that really count as watching the movie?
Yes, I think it does. You're still seeing the movie.
Yeah.
But you're paying attention more to the commentary than the movie.
Yeah.
No.
If you saw the movie,
For
then
me,
saw the
I'm
commentary,
paying more
I can
attention
see
to
that.
chat. I'm talking to Frosted and Jack and Kivadam and people like that.
Oh,
The movie's playing, but my main focus is on, Jack Cochrane's usually there, or
Yeah.
Will Forge.
man.
I'm talking to my friends.
Jack
the movie's
Cochrane's
just
there?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Jack Cochrane is often in the MST chat.
That guy.
I realized I missed it. Usually in the last few months, I've been missing all the Sundays, and I was like, "Oh, I'll come this Sunday. Perfect shorts." And then I got engrossed in watching a horror movie, and I'm like, "Shit!" An hour and a half into MST3K or into the movie Sunday movie thing, I'm like, "Okay, well, never mind. Next week it is."
It's not going to be as communal as watching it with Frosted, but there is a link on YouTube where it's just like a playlist of every single Riff Tracks short, and then you can just watch that if you want to catch up and see what.
I prefer it for the communal aspect, just the hanging out and.
Yeah, that's why. I'm
Even
there
if you
too,
don't,
but-
it's not like you can talk to other people because it's just through type chat, but still, they're there.
And Jack's always saying, "LOL, just say it." Not on this channel. You want to hear me say such things? Go check out Quippers United or The Corner. I will say it with regularity on such streams.
I like all your changes of user picks there, Jack. Jack's Law hasn't is going through a few user picks.
Here's too. It's No, the Riff Tracks shorts themselves. There's about 35 of them in the playlist. So yeah, you can just sit there and watch them. But it sounds like you're like me, where you're there to talk to people more than you're there to watch the actual presentation.
No, there was a couple ones I really got invested in. There was that Carnival of Death or whatever, that really weird. There was a slow burn one where the girl was dead and didn't realize it for the whole movie. But I quite enjoyed that one. But yeah, no,
You
I
want to
think.
know No, you want to know which of the movies I actually ended up getting really interested in?
Sure.
The Talking Cat.
Talking cat.
Yeah. It was like this talking cat that could only talk to you once.
Yes, I saw the JonTron video of that.
Yeah. And for as dumb as the movie was, I ended up getting interested in it. It was like, this is actually pretty interesting. And watching the drama play out, and this guy's trying to hook up with this girl, but he's a bit nervous, and the cat gives him confidence, and so stupid, but it's kind of endearing at the same time. So I ended up enjoying that.
I think the bigger draw, at least for me, is how in the hell did they get the money and they get all the resources to be able to make such a film? Somebody wrote the
Community.
script. Yeah.
Fundraising, maybe.
No, I don't know.
Hey,
This
you
is
know what I think it is? It's probably a tax write-off, because certain governments, and this is what Uwe Boll did as a career.
Yep.
Is if your movie fails, they will pay you out, and because they want to support the arts and they don't want people being too scared to try. So that's kind of if your movie doesn't do very well, they'll give you some money anyway. And I think they were probably hell yeah. I mean, a talking cat's not going to make any money, but the government will bail us out. So, we get to make our funny little movie and make some money off the government at the same time.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's talk about using a loophole to your advantage.
Yeah, no, literally, Uwe Boll's entire career is built on that German law, because that's where he's from.
He and his wife had a by all accounts, a pretty good restaurant up here. I think they shut it down though because one of their daughters or their just singular daughter was really bullied at school or something, and they got all upset.
What is that name?
I've never seen a Uwe Boll movie. I only know him by reputation.
I have seen. I said House of the Dead.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. Isn't this the guy that married Mila Jovovich or?
No.
don't think so.
No.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of. No.
Oh, he did like In the Name of the King, I think. He ruins video games. He makes he gets the property cheap and makes horrific.
I think he did Alone in the Dark as a movie as well.
Yeah, which the thing is, I know he's going for terrible, and I
So
don't
he's
mind
doing
terrible.
the producer shit. He's making Springtime for Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, literally.
So is he blowing a whole bunch of old ladies? There you go, Adam. That's classy.
I don't remember what the story around it was, but he actually was challenging a whole bunch of his critics to a boxing match. And,
What?
and like he would not reveal to them that he's actually an amateur boxer, like he's trained in boxing. And so he challenged him to this boxing match and then beat him up. And then he challenged Sean Baby, and like then he found out that Sean Baby's actually like a proficient kickboxer, and he's like, you know what? We don't need to do this after all.
Oh.
Like, whoops. I bit off more than I can chew.
Yeah, but like if he'd gone through with the boxing match even after finding that out, I would have had some respect for him. But now he just like looks like a bully.
He's yeah.
That's so weird. How do people get to these positions then? Act so odd.
I don't know. Ego, I guess, gets in the way.
It is House of the Dead. That's what I'm thinking of. It has random POV shots like you're playing the video game in between scene changes.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
horrible. I think I've seen it 10 times. It was one of those movies that was always on TV when we had cable. I think it's because probably getting the rights to show it is so cheap.
Yeah, probably.
It has to have been filmed here. It looks like something that would have been filmed here.
How? Like the game pretty much takes place in one house.
It's set on a. They set it on an island where they're going to a rave and zombies happen. I don't think it has anything to do with the actual video game whatsoever.
No, it's usually how they go, right?
It's like
No.
a little bit worse than Ghosts of Mars. John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars? That's a pretty terrible movie. Which
I feel like I've seen that.
I've seen so many times. I really like it, but it's objectively bad. Okay, but it has like some big name actors. Jason Statham's in it. Okay, like Natasha Hendridge's son or whatever her name is from Species. She's the main character. Like it's like some big names for the stuff. Has Ice Cube's in it.
Well, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
He's too good for Clippers United. We've invited him so many times, and he
never
once
joins.
accepted.
I know it's sad.
Almost as bad as James Woods. No matter how many times Johnny invited him, not one reply to be on with the torture stream.
Oh my.
Which is so
These
sad because
celebrities-
he would have been perfect for it.
Yeah. These celebrities, too full of themselves, got no time for the little people.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Ice Cube on Clippers? That would be so bad.
Funny as shit.
It's yeah, no, the whole Ice Cube thing was because I think it was Bill Maher got in trouble for saying that he was a house slave, shall we say, as opposed to a field one. And Ice Cube forced him to apologize. So we were just joking how funny would it be to have Ice Cube on the show. So I started tagging him and inviting him every week.
Well, if ever that happens, you gotta let me know because I'd love to be on that show.
Yeah. I think that would be the biggest stream Jack ever does in his life. If you could get Ice Cube on, and Ice Cube like loses his shit because of the general content of the average Crippers United stream.
What are you talking about? It's totally wholesome and for the kids.
I sincerely hope that nobody's letting their kids watch it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think Johnny's made a point of not letting his kids watch anything to do with either the Corner or Crippers United.
Yeah, that is fair. They are still babies.
I'm honestly relieved because that is not kid content.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, definitely not kid content.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I think we've reached a bit over the usual hour marking.
Well, we started late, so we had to give them a bit extra to make up for it.
That is true. That is very true. Not to say anything disparaging on it, but I think I'm gonna close up the zoo. But before I do, did any of you want to? Wow, Adam, do not do that again. Did either of you have any parting or end quotes?
I will say, play video games. They are good.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. That is a good thing to say. Video games are pretty good. Sora?
It's okay. You can have that piece of something you want to eat. It won't kill you. Unless it's
And
poison.
if it does, then you can't complain about it anyway, so why not?
Well, hold on. No lie. The first thing I was going to do after closing this out was get some food. So since Sora gave me the okay, I'm going to go ahead and might add some extra food. So thank you, Sora Luna.
You're very welcome. I try.
And as for me, I'd like to thank you both for joining. Terry, it's kind of been a habit on Mondays, and I do appreciate it. So every time that you're on there, sir, I thank you. It's very kind of you. And Sora Luna,
Yes.
He's thinking.
And yeah. So that is the Minions of the Zoo, and I'd like to. Oh wait, I'm sorry. So I love having you on. It's always a pleasure.
I love you. Thank you, Adam.
And I'm glad. I hope we didn't disrupt your sleeping pattern. Get some good rest. And you have to send me that recipe for the meal. But as for the rest of it, that was really bad. I'd like to thank chat for joining us, every one of you. I'd like to thank everybody who watched. And once again, I'm your host, Adam, and I'd like to say I love y'all and God bless. And the zoo is closed.
Bye, guys.
Good night.